The school year started in August. I was hired in November. That was already working against me. I get in there. There's only construction paper. I walk and move a lot. And there are these books, a class set of them. This book kept me all my 15 years in the classroom. I didn't know what to do. Journalism degree. And they told me because I had a journalism degree, I could teach language arts. I was like, cool. I know we got to teach reading, we got to teach writing, and the vocabulary is pretty good because I know from my own world, you need vocabulary in order to be able to read and write well, okay? So I took what was the only thing, this is all I had in my classroom. This is it. No literature books, no nothing. I didn't know I was supposed to go to the media center and get the kids their literature books. I didn't know that. All I had. So here I am, staying up late, coming early, leaving late, losing hair. Y'all remember me talking about that? Losing weight, just about lost my mind because it's all I had. Fast forward to the end of the school year, Miss Houston not knowing what she was doing. Here comes May. We're in our last faculty meeting, and the principal says Miss Houston has the highest CRCT scores. It's milestone now. But she has the highest CRCT scores in all the schools, 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. You see, when I got into that classroom, those students didn't know that I was a first-year teacher. That wasn't their business. They didn't know that I wasn't trained in education. That was not their business. They didn't know I didn't know anything about standards. That part wasn't their business. They were just waiting on someone to show up and teach them. They knew that they were to receive from me the appointed classroom teacher. So I had to use all I had and give to them. So now, I want to introduce you to a woman from Central, because y'all know me. I can't help myself. A widow. Her husband's dead. She has 2 sons. So one of the prophets rolls up and she says to him, hey, my husband is dead. And you know he was about the things of God. And now here I have these 2 sons, and these creditors are trying to take my 2 sons from me. So he said, what do you want me to do for you? You know what? Tell me what you have left in your house. She said, well, all I have is this jar of oil. All I have is this jar of, all I have is this jar of oil. He said, well, this is what I want you to do. I want you to get your sons, and I want them to go and get vessels from all of your neighbors, empty jars. Make sure you get plenty of them, is what he said. And then I want you to go inside, close the door behind you and your sons, and I want you to pour oil in every last one of those vessels. So she listens. She and her sons pour oil in all of the jars. At the very end, she still has some oil left. So she reports back to the prophet and tells him, I did exactly what you said do. I poured oil in all those jars. We have all these filled up. You actually have some left. He said, good. Now take those and go and sell it so that you can pay off your debts. He told her, use what you have left. There is something that you have in your house that you are able to use to take care of whatever it is that you're lacking. What am I saying to you? What do you have left in the month of March? Oh, there is something. Some of you had that little one idea that you don't want to do because you already know, because you're tired. I know it's going to be good for the kids, but I'm tired. I don't feel like doing it because they're going to make too much noise. They're going to have that glitter all over the floor. I don't feel like doing all that. But you know it's a good idea, and you know it's going to turn around what's happening in your classroom. You got that one idea that you have when you're driving to school. I don't know if this happens for anybody else, but when I used to drive to school, I'd be getting all these lesson plans. All the stuff that I had written in my lesson plans on Sunday, I'm in the car and the Lord is just telling me what to do for my 4th period class and do something totally different from my 5th period. I mean, and it's at the end of the school year when I am tired, drained, don't want to go in there, sitting in the car for 15 minutes before I even enter the building. I ain't had nothing left. But I had that idea. And when I finally said, I'm gonna go ahead on and do this very thing that's been bothering me, I woke up with it. Matter of fact, when I was going to bed last night, I wrote it in my little journal right there beside my bed. I'm gonna do it next year though, because I'm tired of these kids. But when I decided, no, I'm gonna do it today, changed everything in the classroom. It was literally all I had left. What do you have left? What oil are you carrying that when you close your door tomorrow and begin to pour it into those little vessels in your classroom, and see, won't they give back to you so that you can have more? Because she sold those vessels and it came back to her. When you pour into your vessels, they're going to give you what you need to keep on going. Those kids can give back to you. Trust me, I know. But if you decide to use what you have left, only then will you see the return. Only then. Are you going to pour whatever it is that you have left? I will say this. One thing about it was I showed up for those kids that first year. I didn't know what the heck I was doing, but I showed up every day. And y'all are here showing up. I will tell you, there are teachers all throughout this county, Dr. Taylor, who ain't showing up no more. They left high and dry. And when I think about middle school, left their team hanging. I've had 2 school years where teachers on my team straight walked out of the building and left us. What are we supposed to do? What is supposed to be 4-man team and not 2 of us? What is that? Y'all are showing up. So I am encouraging you today, right now in March, use what you have left. Where's that oil? Find it. And here's the thing about oil. When you pour it, it spreads. Oil spreads. Y'all find it in you because it's in there. Everybody got something. And what I want to do today is I got to give everybody a gold star for showing up. Everybody in here gets a gold star because you ain't quit. I don't care how tired you are, you're here. Find it in you. Find that spark of oil and get ready to pour it out starting tomorrow. It may be the very thing, just the one thing that you decide to say to your children could be the one thing that changed everything in your room.